Hi dear friends and subscribers, welcome to the Cricket Happening Show this on Sunday. And well, as far as this Cricket Happening Show is concerned, we'll have a look at the fourth one-day international which was played between Pakistan and South Africa at the Dale Stadium in Abu Dhabi. Now again, as I said, it was a must-win match for Pakistan, but well, once again Pakistan were blown off by a Dale Steyns bowling spell towards the end, when it looked like Pakistan were really pacing themselves very well on this good batting pitch to reach the score of 266. But well, Dale Steyns, with all his experience, he just came in and he started posing all sorts of problems for the Pakistani batsmen. And one particular over was pretty crucial when he actually had this Pakistani innings. Really, it's that's the way the Pakistan cricket is. It's pretty unpredictable. And when they were looking like they were going to win the match, that was the time this Dale Steyns spell totally put them back there on the back foot, and that was all over. So Pakistan losing the match by 28 runs, and thus South Africa winning the series 3-1 with just one more to go tomorrow, which is coming in Sharjah, and that is one match where Pakistan would like to salvage some face by winning that one. Well, I'll come back to that later. And the other thing that I would be looking at is that, as you know, New Zealand are in Sri Lanka right now, and tomorrow we see the first one-day international of the series, which is going to be played between New Zealand and Sri Lanka. It's going to be played at Hambantota. Now, Hambantota is a ground where it probably helps the pace bowlers a bit, and I'll talk about that. So what I'm going to do, and also we'll look at some cricket news that's going on today. So first, let's look at the fourth one-day international. I had left you with saying that South Africa scored 266 for 5, and Quinton de Kock, a talented batsman, scoring his maiden one-day century. It was in his 9th appearance in one-day internationals that he actually picked up that century. As far as Pakistan were concerned, when I left you, it was Ahmed Shahzad and Mohammad Hafiz doing a good job. The opening partnership was looking bright. With Ahmed Shahzad, as through in the series, he has played some very good strokes. He continued in the same vein, and Mohammad Hafiz put on 74 for the first wicket. Now, Imran Tahir was the one who actually gave them the breakthrough by dismissing Mohammad Hafiz for 33 with a googly. He was gone of 33 of 60 balls with 4 fours. And after that, the one-drop batsman, Sohaib Maqsood, who was actually making his ODI debut, was pretty impressive. He was really playing in real attacking mode, and some of his strokes, his pulling, his cutting, everything was a good sight. Sohaib Maqsood contributed 56 good runs of just 54 deliveries with 6 fours and 2 sixes in that. Shahzad's contribution was 43 of 59 balls with 5 fours and 1 6. Asad Shafiq was out cheaply to Satsobe for 1. And then it was Misbah ul Haq. Sohail Tanvir was promoted in the batting order to no avail, as Steyns actually picked up his wicket. And after that, in fact, Misbah ul Haq and Umar Akmal, even though Sohail Tanvir was promoted and he failed and scored 180 for 5 at that stage in the 39th over, it was slowly the partnership was being built. Basically, with the score at 180 for 5, one saw that Misbah ul Haq and Umar Akmal was at the crease, and as long as Misbah ul Haq was at the crease, Pakistan had the hope, and both were just trying to settle down, and with Misbah ul Haq at the crease, it was a definite possibility. With Umar Akmal at the other end, I was also there. Misbah ul Haq was absolutely well settled at that stage, with the score 228 for 5 in the 47th over. So that essentially meant that another 38 runs and Pakistan would have gone home, and definitely on such a pitch one would have fancied that. But now it was a clever ploy by the AB de Villiers, the South African captain. He brought Dale Steyns, his trump card, into the attack, and that was what everything started going wrong for Pakistan. As Dale Steyns first, what he did is he actually he got a third man for Umar Akmal. And Umar Akmal, what he did is he tried to actually put Dale Steyns over mid-wicket in the 47th over. Now, the 47th over was a very crucial over, because what happened was there were 3 wickets which went in that over, and this was the over which really changed the complexion totally of the game, where South Africa went on to win the match. Because what he did is, first he picked up the wicket of Umar Akmal, who tried to go over mid-wicket of the bowling of Steyn, because he saw that the gap was really plugged, and he tried to hit over mid-wicket. And Amla taking a catch, sorry, it was Morkel, Moni Morkel was placed there, so he was the tallest fielder at that particular spot, and he picked up that catch. So he was gone. Caught Morkel, bowled Steyn for 22 of 23 balls with 2 fours, and with his fourth delivery, Dale Steyns, what he did is he smoked out Misbah-ul-Haq from the batting. As what he did is he had Misbah-ul-Haq mistiming a shot. In the sense, it was a similar shot which was attempted by Umar Akmal, and De Villiers took the catch, and he was gone for a very good, well-made 65 of 76 balls with 4 fours and 1 6. And not only that, in the same over, with the final ball of the over, Saeed Ajmal's stumps were rattled by Dale Steyns, and that was the time it was all over for Pakistan, because all the Misbah-ul-Haq was in the pavilion, Umar Akmal was in the pavilion, and the score read 231 for 8. This was the game changer, and precisely for the game-changing bowling that Dale Steyns did, he took the Man of the Match award. Even though Quinton de Kock had scored a century, one would have been tempted to feel that Quinton de Kock should have got the Man of the Match, but I purely agree with this, because this was the game changer, and it happened in the 47th over when Dale Steyns, Pakistan from a winning position, were really put into made the losers, as he picked up first the wicket of Umar Akmal with the first ball of the 47th over. Then the fourth ball claimed Misbah-ul-Haq's wicket, and Saeed Ajmal was also sent back to the pavilion. So 3 wickets in that particular over really changed the complexion of the game. After that, Shahid Afridi was there. So Shahid Afridi was a victim. Shahid Afridi, one would have probably thought that Shahid Afridi could have waited there, but Shahid Afridi was a victim, as he got into a serious misunderstanding with Mohammad Irfan at the other end, and Shahid Afridi was gone, run out by du Plessis for 3, and that was a killer blow for Pakistan there. And after that, it was all over. Junaid Khan was clean bowled by McLaren for 4. Mohammad Irfan was not out on 2. Dale Steyns took the Man of the Match award for his game-changing bowling there. And for Pakistan, I feel sorry for them, because the reason being it was again a batting pitch, and once again on a batting pitch, Pakistan have faltered from a winning position. They have lost this match, and they have done this twice in this series. And what it did is actually gave South Africa the match on a platter, and they won the match by 28 runs. And not only that, they won the series 3-1 with 1 to go, which is coming up in Sharjah tomorrow. Let's look at the bowling figures. Dale Steyns makes interesting rating for his Man of the Match award. 10 overs, 1 maiden, 25 runs and 5 wickets. He smoked out the Pakistani batsmen, especially in that spell in which he took 3 wickets in one particular over. So Tsove, 10 overs, no maiden, 1 for 49. Moni Morkel, 10 overs, no maiden, none for 44. Ryan McLaren, 9.2 overs, no maiden, 1 for 59. Imran Tahir, 8 overs, no maiden, 1 for 51. Provided the breakthrough. JP Duminy, 2 overs, no maiden, none for 9. So Pakistan and South Africa face in the final fixture, the final ODI, which is coming up tomorrow at the Sharjah Cricket Ground. This is the 5th One Day International. So Pakistan, what they could do is they can save some face by trying to win that and make the equation 3-2. But South Africa in their current form are looking absolutely unrelentless right now. They are just unrelenting, I would say. And well, it only augurs well for South Africa. So South Africa are absolutely on a roll right now. So let's shift the attention now. We are going to Sri Lanka, where the first match of the one-day international series is going to be played. You know, only 3 one-day internationals are going to be played, and then they're going to play 2 T20s. And the first one-day international tomorrow is going to be played between Sri Lanka and New Zealand at the Hambantota Cricket Ground. As you know, Hambantota made his debut during the World Cup 2011. And Hambantota, well, it's known to actually aid the pace bowlers. That's what one has seen in the past. So whether it is going to be having a greenish tinge, where it is going to be helping the pace bowlers, well, it remains to be seen. There's one thing is that one has seen that, you know, normally during the evening you have some heavy gusts of wind actually blowing across the ground, which actually aids the seamers, especially Nuwan Kulushekara has done a fine job getting the move to. So any bowler who actually gets the ball to move away from the batsman would probably fancy his chances there. Now for Sri Lanka, now what one has to look at is New Zealand, who are coming up, you know, just having a solitary won the T20 win against Bangladesh. They are led by the new captain, as you know, Kyle Mills, who would be heartened by the fact that, at least, New Zealand could pick up their first win against Bangladesh, at least that solitary win. So for New Zealand, they have their work cut out. Yes, they do have some talented names in the mix, and one has to really keep it in view that this is not Bangladesh, this is Sri Lanka, and Sri Lanka are more experienced than Bangladesh. So it is going to be all the more tough. I think I would have to say that Sri Lanka are looking absolutely favourites here, especially considering that they're going to be playing on the home turf. And as far as New Zealand are concerned, they have certain players. If you look at the mix there, they have certain players, youngsters who have actually got some knowledge about the Sri Lankan pitches, because they have come here with their A tours, and there are some very good. But definitely, it's very, very difficult to write off the New Zealand team because they definitely have some talent. Hamish Rutherford, he was a real failure as far as the Bangladesh tour was concerned. He really didn't hit his straps at all, which was pretty surprising. He has a good partner, Anton Devsic, who showed his T20 process by slamming the bowling. And then we look at Grant Elliott, who also chips in as an all-rounder there with his bits and pieces bowling. Tom Latham should be the wicket-keeper of the team. But yes, I have a very good word for Colin Munro, who really in those last two matches showed what a good hitter of the ball he could be. I'm sure New Zealand have a lot of good all-rounders in the mix. That should really gee them up. And then Corey Anderson also has picked up his first Test century against Bangladesh, his maiden century, and he also has some good prowess. So Corey Anderson and Colin Munro are some very, very solid all-rounders that New Zealand have in the mix. Luke Ronchi should be the keeping, I suppose, because Luke Ronchi is there in the team, because the big names are not available. There's no Ross Taylor, there's no Jesse Ryder, is not there. Brendan McCullum, the regular captain, is not there, and also Kane Williamson is out due to injury. So Luke Ronchi is going to be keeping the wickets, and he also will strengthen the middle order. Now James Neesham, we have seen that against Bangladesh on those pitches, he did a fine job by bowling absolutely on those stumps. He had a good line, and he was also rewarded for picking up wickets. So James Neesham can be a very, very useful batsman down the order. And then we have the Nathan McCullum soft spin, and then we have, as far as the pace bowling is concerned, looks a bit, I think, compared to the Sri Lankans, I think they are looking pretty weak there, because Kyle Mills is only the experienced bloke who would be actually is the most experienced bloke in the New Zealand side as far as pace bowling is concerned. And I'm sure Mitchell McLennan should get an opportunity, because Mitchell McLennan is a very good bowler. But when I'm afraid to say that after showing some very good form in the World Cup, in the World Cup, not in the World Cup, the Champions League matches, McLennan unfortunately has really disappointed. Whether it is going to be Adam Min who is going to be getting an opportunity, or Mitchell McLennan, one has to wait and see. So let's look at what the Sri Lankans could be. Now Sri Lankans, as I said, they are in some good form. Dilshan and Dimuth Karunaratne, who has been scoring heavily in the domestic fixtures here, would be opening the innings. Kumar Sangakkara, Kumar Sangakkara, Mailajar, now those old war horses, along with Tilakatne Dilshan into the mix. And then they have Lairu Thiramane, Dinesh Chandimal, another talented batsman from Sri Lanka. Angelo Matthews, is such a wonderful cricketer. He's the captain of the Sri Lankan team. The pace bowling attack is looking pretty sharp there, with Nohan Kuleshekara not only added to his bowling, his batting is a big bonus there. And Tisra Pereira, also an all-rounder, and Sachitra and Lasith Malinga. Who can forget Lasith Malinga? And as I said, the bowling attack is absolutely looking so powerful that New Zealand would be really, I would say, really be taken back by the weight of the pace bowling that Sri Lankan bowlers possess there. And then we look at the spin. Now spin is something that New Zealand have always struggled. We saw that in Bangladesh too. So as far as spin is concerned, they have Ajanta Mendes, the magician there, with his concoction of leg spin bowling, and a concoction of his spinners. where the carom ball would be something that New Zealand would be pretty watchful against. All in all, I think the forecast is, according to me, is not good. I'm told that there is going to be some storms which are going to be sweeping Hambantota in the afternoon, and one has to wait and watch what really takes place. So, but only hopes that the game takes place and we have a good start to the three-match one-day international series between Sri Lanka and New Zealand. Well, dear fans and subscribers, just before going, I will just touch on some cricket news, which is not making headlines, but definitely just would like to talk about some cricket news. The cricket news is on the upcoming. I mean, as you know, the India have already won ZEP in the Test series against West Indies. I call it the Sachin Tendulkar series. Now, West Indies are having a lot of injury problems, so the problems are definitely compounded because the fast bowler Kemar Roach is returning home, which is not good news for the West Indies, considering that at the Wankhede Stadium in Mumbai, where Sachin Tendulkar will be hanging up his boots after playing his 200th test in front of his home fans. It's pretty unfortunate that Kemar Roach has returned home, and it's a call-up for Shannon Gabriel, the West Indian pace bowler. So that's some news coming in. And another very not shocking, I mean very surprising, but well, injuries are a part of cricket, as you know, and well, one can definitely never see this West Indian cricket team without a Kieron Pollard, whether it is the T20s or the one-day international. And I'm afraid to say that Kieron Pollard is definitely going to miss the one-day international series against India, and well, India would be definitely happy about that, because they know what damage Pollard can do to any of the opposition's bowlers. So that is another news which is coming up. So West Indies definitely struggling with a lot of injuries in their camp right now. So, well, dear fans and subscribers, on this note, your host Ram would like to end the cricket show for today, but promising you that tomorrow your host Ram will be there to cover the first one-day international, if at all it takes place, with rain not really letting itself in. Then we will definitely, you will be seeing me giving you a full match report on the well, we have two matches coming up tomorrow. I just want to keep a tab on that. Tomorrow there are two matches coming up. One is the first one-day international between Sri Lanka and New Zealand, which is going to be played at Hambantota, and then we have the fourth one-day international, which is coming up between, I'm just trying to, sorry, the Pakistan-South Africa fixture is on 11th of November. So tomorrow is 10th of November, so we will have the only match that I'll be covering will be the New Zealand versus Sri Lanka, the first one-day international, which is going to be played in Hambantota, and then time permitting, I might do a brief preview of the final one-day international match, which is a mere formality, which is going to be played at the Sharjah Cricket Ground in the United Arab Emirates between Pakistan and South Africa. Well, that's it from me, your host Ram, for the cricket show for today. Dear fans, friends and subscribers of Cricket Happenings, your host Ram will seeing you in my next cricket show, that will be tomorrow on 10th of November. That's it from me here. See you all tomorrow. Until then, it's goodbye.